A stickman stood in front of a broken bridge. Beyond it was everything he had ever wanted. A better life, a bigger dream, a future that felt just out of reach. But the bridge was gone. Only a massive gap remained. Everyone who came before him looked at the gap and turned around. Some said it was impossible. Some said the risk was too great. Some said the dream on the other side wasn't worth the effort. Others convinced themselves they never wanted it in the first place. And slowly they walked away. The stickman stood there for a long time, looking across, wondering if they were right. The distance was intimidating. The challenge was real. The fear was real. For a moment, he thought about turning back too. After all, that's what everyone else had done. It would have been easier, safer, more comfortable. No disappointment, no failure, no struggle, just acceptance. But as he stared at the gap, a thought crossed his mind. What if the reason nobody crossed was because everyone was waiting for a bridge that would never come? What if nobody was coming to build it? What if the opportunity everyone hoped for had to be created? So he searched the area and found a single plank. Just one. It wasn't enough, not even close. Most people would have looked at that single plank and laughed. What difference could one plank possibly make? But he picked it up anyway and placed it over the gap. The next day he came back. He found another plank and another and another. Every day he returned. Sometimes in the rain, sometimes in the wind, sometimes when he was tired, sometimes when he doubted himself. Some days progress was barely visible. Some days it felt like nothing was changing at all. Yet he kept building. One plank, one step, one day at a time. The people who had turned back would occasionally return. They would look at the bridge, then shake their heads. It's still not enough. You're wasting your time. Why work this hard when you can just accept reality? The stickman never argued. He never tried to convince them. He simply picked up another plank and kept building. Months passed. The bridge slowly stretched farther across the gap. Not because of talent, not because of luck, not because he had special advantages, but because he showed up again and again and again. When motivation disappeared, he kept building. When nobody believed in him, he kept building. When the finish line still seemed impossible to reach, he kept building. Eventually, something incredible happened. The same people who laughed at the first plank started noticing the bridge. The same people who said it couldn't be done began wondering if it could. Because consistency has a strange power. At first, nobody notices it. Then nobody can ignore it. One morning, as the sun rose over the horizon, the stickman placed the final plank. He stepped back, and for the first time, the bridge was complete. The gap that had stopped everyone else was gone. Not because it disappeared, not because someone rescued him, not because circumstances became easier, but because he had built a way through it, piece by piece, day by day. While others waited for opportunity, he created it. While others waited for permission, he took action. While others waited for the perfect moment, he made progress with what he had. Then he took a deep breath, stepped onto the bridge, and crossed, not into a different world, but into a different version of himself. Because the greatest reward wasn't what waited on the other side, it was the person he became while building the bridge. The opportunities you need may not exist yet. Build them.